All right. So now this support and resistance here. Let me go over again. Support and resistance. Okay. Now, how to use support and resistance to get your directional bias? Now, this is what you'll be doing. All right. Now, first of all, what is support here? That's basically when market is finding value. Support and resistance basically is when market is already, like market has found value at a certain price point. Let's just say now that if market is dumping, for example, now in order for market to stop dumping, market has to what? It has to find support. Now, if market is if market is in an uptrend, in order for market to stop uptrending, it has to find what? Resistance. That's market has to stop. It has to resist. It has to stop going up. Do you understand? It has to stop going up. Now, if this is agreed now that this is what we call support and this is what we call resistance, that's to say now that this is a floor and this is what we call ceiling. Now you can think about it like a ball now, a football now, right? Now imagine you throw a ball from the ground level up. Now, the ball is coming from here. If the ball busts this point, what do you expect? Expect this level to be turned towards a level of support to hold price to the upside. That's just the truth. Because the ball you have for anything to make the ball fair bust here, because we have already agreed already that a major support zone is basically V shaped and A shaped. Do you understand? So if market should break it, it's passing us a major it's passing us a key argument that something has switched to. You understand? So now, as we're expecting this to happen now, once market breaks this level, so we need to come with a force, not just a random force. So we're expecting market to hold above this level before we can start trading it. So once I see market holding above this level, they'll continue market to the upside. So now, let me bring this information now, how you can use it to get the directional bias. Now, this is XUS in the 4 hours time frame, and this is a sell move of over 1,000 pips, right? This is a sell move of over 1,022 pips. Now, this is a very very good trade setup. Now that okay, how would you have utilized support and resistance to capitalize on this? Because this is a very scary move, but trust me, it works. Now, this is higher high. See, measure your your structure higher high higher low, right? Higher high higher low. Now, don't look at it from this is just a higher high, because when it was just a higher high here, it stopped price from going up. Okay, it stopped price. What does that tell you? That means that level is the level of what? Resistance that what has been broken. It has been broken, has been changed towards support. Now, of course, we know that this is what A shape at this point. Look at that line chart there. I'll mark out my A shape resistance there. I'll mark out my V shape support here. My own business now is that once we are above this A shape, I want to be keep looking for continuation buys. But the moment we are away from this territory, nothing will make me buy this whole major story again. This whole storybook of this thing was being bullish before. There is nothing bullish about it again. The moment the moment this thing has happened, as funny as it sounds, the logic is that there's literally nothing bullish again. That's why I see most times market to come and clear out the trend and liquidity. The logic is just that a major turn has happened. Like as it's making higher, higher and higher low. So far, you have seen them in V shape and A shape. But once one V fail, once one V fail, everything has changed. Especially now when it's coming from what? A major level. Like in this case now, I was looking at this level of order block here. Market tapped into this order block. I can argue that sellers have stepped in, followed through. Because this is a bearish body break. If I'm to be real. Do you understand? So now this body breakdown, but why the market come and retest exactly at this level? You remember that in terms of support and resistance, like I'm telling you now, we want to use support and resistance to get our buyers, because market moves from major zone to major zones. You understand? Now this was a major high. The market displaced above, like market just bust here and was going. It never retested. Now, market came here, bust back down that major. That thing is still major, it's still fresh. Market not retesting it is making it still fresh until market has retested it. So now this level has been fresh, it has been fresh, it has been fresh. Now this was a major level the market now used. But we know in strategy sense that this is our inducement. then we know that you get the vibe now. So but so what and resistance perspective, this is our level of resistance. The market came to because this is a major zone. Another one the market would have used to sell from is this one. Assuming this one don't hold because so far we've broken below here and had this bearish close. On no account, every zone would look valid for you. You understand? Every value zone should hold. Maybe if market did not hold here now, then expected that we will sell from this level to the downside. Okay, so now you can be using that to build your directional bias. Now look at that's what we did on XAUSD now, for example. Now XAUSD now, because we know that this thing is actually support and resistance gameplay. You understand? So we know that our major support from here was broken. So market has to sweep everything. Every other thing there is minor for us. And every other thing has been taken out up to this last price point here. Right now, this was the last one. Right, this was the last valid one now. But market broke below it. Now, could this be the XAUSD is still bearish? Right? Or are we recovering this to the upside? Now we'll read the price action. We'll read the price action closely, right? But if I'm to be if I'm to be transparent, this thing still arguably looks a bit bearish. But if you are arguing now because of price action like strategy, this is a sweep. Do you understand? So at least now, me, I'm not looking at it from the perspective that um because this sweep now, obviously this is a support zone as well. All right, this is a support. All right, this is a support. Market stable. So market is actually holding price to the upside now, making higher highs and higher lows. So now I'm not expecting this guy now. So because I'm trading this thing now based off this is a sweep. So now sweep should target at least one external liquidity. So I'm expecting this bullish price action to push price till here. And I'm not expecting, I don't know, I don't want to say I'm forecasting to break this high because this thing on the real sense actually broke below this low. So there's a structural play currently happening here that price needs to meet up somewhere around here. I don't know if you get the pattern. You get the pattern, I feel. That move, I don't know if I drew that way. I think there will be a sweep. Then before it broke, it did something there. Now that's internal structure. You understand? This internal structure before this major break happened. All right. So, but now it is this sweep that's allowing that move going. You understand? This sweep that's allowing that move to go. Because the narrative of this sweep is you should take out one external um good range, at least take out something. That's just the point. So now, this is the price action. So on on the network, I dropped that we should follow through on XAUS. It was on yesterday's price. I think the yesterday's price action. Yes, if we sustain above here, okay. So now basically, we're having two continuation zones to buy from. So I was looking at the second one actually at first, but now the next one has actually had a shift that we can trade from. So now that's this one I'm talking about this one now. Okay. So now market is holding up to the upside from there. What makes that zone valid? This zone cost a break of structure, right? This zone this other block was the other block that cost it's not this one, not this one. Always go for what is obvious. Don't do like I feel I think go for what's obvious. This was what cost it. Right. So now if this is what cost my my break here. All right, this caused my break. That means this level is level of resistance. So this was the first pullback since ever since then. Now it's either now we are trading off of this level of breaker, right, or this other block. But now this breaker looks obstructive, so I'll delete this. I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to go for what is clean and what's obvious. Now this is other block market triggered. Now what's the follow through now? I think it was 4680. Yeah, I need the market to break above 4680 now because this is a 1 hour reject 1 hour order block, right? Now 1 hour reject 1 hour order block. Now this is bullish continuation. This was the last lower high that before market dipped into the dollar block. So now this was why I wanted market to take out 4680. Now this is 4680. Now market should come and take out 4680 because this is the last level of of resistance. Right. So now look at what's happening. The market has taken out that price point. So now I cannot expect continuation buy to the upside. So now this was one entry that I would have taken if I was active, but I was thinking maybe I don't know why market didn't move on on Friday, but I think there was I think holiday or something. I don't know. Look was just that it was just there. So it's a continuation currently happening here right now. But Personally, into the week, I prefer this continuation into the week. Now, I'll validate that zone for you because this was the zone that caused this zone caused a break of structure. Do you understand? This zone, this other block caused normally we know that there's a breaker block here. Oh. We can identify this breaker block and be waiting because obviously this breaker block is still close. But me, I want I prefer trading from the best price point, especially in move this new. And let's say if it's like in a new week, all right, we're going to continue from extremes. Now, this level has a sweep, right? And we had this imbalance protecting it and causing what a break of structure, not just this break of structure, but we overpower this level of resistance. All right. So now want to see market trade into this particular price point. So market has actually not retested this weaker shadow. This other block, why am I seeing that other block was on the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, you can identify from here. Right? This is a break. This is inducement. So we're just waiting for market to come and trigger around that zone. But if you're not refining that zone, if you're refining that on the 15th, so that we'll have this other block. So this is what I'm waiting for on XAU to just like continue the buys. Right now, team buyer that I have with was supported because now I know that market is being supported to the upside. So I'll only be looking for my setups that support that buyers because I know that I've already had that break there, I've already had that break of structure. So I'll be looking to buy. Right, this was one good buy setup though. This was one good buy setup because this was a break of structure. This is another thing now. See, there's another block now. For this case now, market came here and relaxed on this level of breaker that you're seeing here now. So now when market held on this breaker, I feel like the next time maybe the next time it comes back down, it's gonna trade below this breaker, right? Trade below this breaker and come and tap into another block here. But now instead of me to choose this zone, I was kind of maybe because the thing is that um be having you don't want to be having multiple zones. You want to know that if it's not coming to fall from here now, this next one wants to come and fall must respect. Now, what thing is that if you're having two zones like this now, but this is a very valid zone to trade from. Do you understand? But this is even a more valid zone to trade from. So which one would you pick? If you're having this and if you're having this. Me, I was like, I'd rather just delete this guy from here. You understand? Because the reason that will make market not move from this one now, because even after all this delay to the upside, market came back down and still rejected it and now it's breaking structure. So now the thing that will make market not move from here, market will need enough liquidity before it can move. That's why you know the market might now destroy these zones. Yeah, if it can destroy these zones, you understand? For it cannot go. So now I'm just feeling out if it's not going up from here, then there'll be a huge dump to 440 this region, then we can still continue from here because this is still a valid other block because it was actually this other block that would cost all this break of structure that you are seeing here. That's why that what makes it valid. That's why this is how we actually like we seclude our own. You pick out the one that actually costs something. Do you get? This is it. Like if you see a break or structure, you're gonna track it down. You cannot argue that this is a move that push price. Before this move happened, this one was already coming. Where was the other flow coming? Now you can connect it and you can see, this one got mitigated, right? This one got mitigated. That means this one came with force. Do you understand? After this mitigation, this one brought that force. It first of all started, it broke this high, destroyed, came here. The same force, though market did not now mitigate this same zone. So why is it not mitigated that zone? Now that force is still carrying that price to the upside. So now this force now has built a lot of what inducement. You understand? So in case market might not come back to this second one later to move from here. Because the truth is that there is nothing, if you investigate this price action here, this on top one, we use QMRO. Yes, we know that this is a clean sweep, right? This is a clean sweep and that is a break. So it's making this zone valid to trade from. Make it it's actually a very, very valid zone to trade from. But I'll personally be very careful to transact from that top zone and be more comfortable transacting at this zone, right? Because this one is actually like a reclaimed block or something. I don't know. This is like a sweep. Market swept that zone. Market just swept that zone and we had that break. We had that double break. So that's what making this valid. But if market cannot continue from here now, it makes no sense trying to continue it from here because this is a very classic continuation setup right now. Okay. So you better just take excess liquidity. As a matter of fact, we might even now all be liquidated. It's very, very possible. You might just want to take excess liquidity. But I know this is a good bet because of that continuation. Moving up. So for Bitcoin, I'll be scalping Bitcoin. How is that? Just what's my Binance? Okay, Coinbase. Yeah. So I had these buys after this was a trade I was on. This one was the one we sent to the group. So I was able to close some entries here at 1 to 3. I mean the remaining one smashed me as SL. So I had the same setup again. Everything. Why was I able to buy again? Because I was seeing that this level market didn't break through this level. So this was just a sweep. On the 1 hour, I didn't break through. On the 4 hours, it didn't break through. So it was giving me that okay, we might want to push. Now, what they identify here, I identify that look, before market even got to this zone and swept, what was the last lower high? Always make the line chart your friend. This was the last lower high here. Right now, look at market broke above that last lower high, broke above the resistance above it. Do you understand? We are breaking above the lower high, we are breaking above the resistance. Now, that's telling me that these buys are bad. So now I just had to wait for engagement to form. And now this was this push, right? This was this push. The engagement formed. Then I had this as my entry. This other block. I just went for something obvious. Just put it at the entry. Exit at 1 to 4. Exactly at 1 to 4, market has been ranging disgustingly. And I'm just looking. Okay. So just same thing, same setup that didn't give me full bread here. Give me the full bread here again. Understand? Just same thing, just same thing. The same analogy. I can show you that it's the same. This setup now is exactly the same setup with this one. I can show you how. Look, this other block, right? Why did I choose this other block? I choose this other block and stand to this other block because no, this other block caused a break of structure. You understand? Just still carry price a good, a good, a good, a good, a good up to this point. That means if anything from here cannot continue this thing to the upside again, the market wants to come to this one. So for some reason, I always believe that market should, but this was the other block that actually like started pushing price. So now market now has to come to that. That's why market came down triggered it, even as market's already bearish though. Um, but now I believe with that sweep that happened here, it could resume some kind of small bullish push to the upside. Alright, because it actually did break above, but now it's sweeping below. So I think it should have bullet continuations. And if you see what price action is doing currently, what price action is doing currently, we're having see, this is a level of resistance the market has broken through, and the market is trying to continue above here right now, right? Now, before market broke that high, what are we transacting above? We broke the structure, right? We broke the structure. Then you're having this. Let me see on the 1 hour. So now this break of structure, then this is a resistance just above it. So what's Bitcoin doing right now? I think it's a trade. Right? I think it's a trade though. I think market has just been slow. This is a break. This is a valid break. Because we swept these lows before that happened. This OB, this OB is good for buys. Exactly, this is what I'm saying. This OB is good for buys, but why would I buy this OB? Eh, yeah, it's valid. But then again, this on this bench, this thing has already pushed breaker base buys from here already. So this one feed off. Then if it's going back down, we around this level to ride up to the other side. Because this level is supported. He, I remember when that's a sweep there now. Okay, yes, sharp, sharp. Can buy from here. Maybe to be clean on the M5. Mm, that's okay. So it can it can buy from here